Hi, this video will demonstrate how to export course materials stored in one Blackboard server and move it into your course shell on another Blackboard server. So the first thing you want to do is go to your source course. More than likely this will be the developmental server, although it could be another server that you may have used for maybe in the past. So what you do is you click on Packages and Utilities and choose Export Archive Course. Now that will bring you to this menu, and yours will probably be blank. I've already completed this so that the video goes faster. How you get there is you choose Export Package, and you choose Select All. Okay, so when you do a Select All, it will check all these boxes. Now don't worry about if it's got things checked in there that you don't use or you don't want to import, because you can always not select during the import process, but by selecting everything, it gives you a package that has all of the content from that course, which gives you better usability in the future. So then you go ahead and click Submit. Now when you click Submit, you'll get a little message across the top that says it's a green bar that will say that the process has been queued and that you're waiting for an email. And the email comes in. The amount of time that this takes will vary depending upon the speed of the computer, Blackboard server traffic, and the size of your course. But this is what the email will look like. Now, this only took a few minutes, but it could take longer for you, depending on the time of year and whatnot. So the email basically comes in. It looks like it comes from Stas, but it really doesn't. I call this fake Stas. Because it's generated by the system and not from him as the actual person. At any rate, so when FakeStas sends you this email, it will tell you that the operation has been completed, and you may get some warnings. If you do, go ahead and ignore those. There's nothing we can do about them. And then you'll have a link here on this page. Now, if you haven't moved from this page, you'll possibly have to click the refresh button, because when the email comes in, if you haven't navigated from this page, nothing will show differently because the page hasn't been refreshed. So you can just refresh it and then you'll get this link. When you get this link, go ahead and right click on it, and then you want to choose Save Link As. Now this is the nomenclature for Firefox. If you're using a different browser, the names might be something slightly different than this. And then find a place to save it, like the desktop, click Save, which I've already done, and that way you can find it easier. So it doesn't matter where you save it to. Saving it to the desktop is probably the easiest thing, unless you have a super cluttered desktop, then maybe not, I don't know. But you want to be able to find it afterwards. So now that we've downloaded that package, we can then log out of our server, and then we can go to the new server. So this is my empty course shell. As you can see, there's nothing in it. Got content areas that are empty, announcements with nothing. This is a brand new course shell. There's nothing in it. And I need to import that content from my other course. So then we go back to the control panel, and we choose Import Package. And then we choose the Import Package button here. And we browse the computer, and we find our zip file from before, and we choose Select All. Now, for example, if there was something that you didn't want to bring over because you were going to make a significant change, maybe your book has changed and you don't want to bring the tests over just to have to delete them one at a time, you can maybe say uncheck test surveys and pools. Okay, but whatever the case may be, choose all the parts that you want to bring over, and then you can click Submit. And this is not something that I could have queued up ahead of time, otherwise I wouldn't have gotten the same dialogues. So you can see that this is waiting access to the detailed log, so we can see, because this is, now it's running, showing that it's been queued up. So the green bar tells you that it's access in progress and that this is actually working. Okay, and then once this finishes, we'll get an email from Fake Stas again to let us know it's completed. So we'll go ahead and put the video on pause until that comes in. Okay, we got our email from Fake Stas, and this is what the email looks like. It says there's a whole bunch of warnings. We can go ahead and safely ignore those warnings. And then you notice that nothing has changed here. That's because we haven't refreshed this page yet. So if we go ahead and click on Import Package View Files again, now the page refreshes. See, our menu is now changed. It shows we have an imported file here. So everything is there. If I click on Announcements, as you can see, it now looks like the old course. So if I move this one to the side, move this one to the side, and click on Announcements, you can see that they look identical, right? Not quite, because the menu on the source course is smaller than on the destination course. That's because the destination course has some default menu items that I don't use or didn't have in my copy of the course. So we can go ahead and safely delete out any of the menu items that we don't actually use. So you can make the menu match exactly up just like the original course.